to another episode of I Want That Reviews. Today we're going to be taking a look at the S1R Turbo S Baton from Olight flashlights. Now the S1R Baton is a side switch rechargeable everyday carry flashlight. It's powered by one RCR123 rechargeable lithium battery. It does use a specific battery that has a much higher discharge rate than most and has an output range of 0.5 up to 900 lumens. And it retails on their website for $64.95. Now, some of the features on this: it has a Kris XM L2 LED. It's powered by one 550 milliampere hour RCR123 customized battery, giving a maximum output of 900 lumens. It also features a new 750 milliamp magnetic charging cable and base. So that base magnetically attaches. You can see here in a video that it just magnetically attaches to that base and will charge. It also features a flat magnetic tail cap to allow for hands-free operation if you need it, a lockout mode, reverse polarity protection, IPX8 waterproof rating. It is 2.59 inches long, 0.82 inches around, and has a total weight of 1.9 ounces. Now, for initial impression, it comes in very nice packaging. The light itself is inside. When you open it up, it has instructions all the way. You open this up and you've got your lanyard and everything that pops out. Then when you pull the package out, there are instructions that specifically tell you that the light itself needs to be pulled down and then pulled up, and you can remove it from the packaging. It does come with that lanyard that includes a nice little threading tool that will help you to thread it through the hole in the back. I don't usually use lanyards, so that's not something that worked for me. Also included in the package is a nice velour bag that's got a drawstring so that you can keep everything in there if you so desire. I noticed right off the bat that it is teeny tiny. There really is not very much to this light. I think it's 2.59 inches long and not quite an inch around. It's just very small. I did notice right off the bat that it has a very strange lens. It does not have the standard glass lens across the top of the bezel. It has a sunken in and shaped lens that seems to act as a collimator for it. I didn't realize before I got this that it included that magnetic charger, and I was thrilled with that. I was absolutely blown away. I think that that's one of the coolest things I've ever seen for a flashlight. I was also very impressed with how bright it was just straight away, and that's something that we'll talk about here in a minute as well. Now, as far as use goes, I started using this right away, and a few things that I noticed about it. One was the brightness level. So the way this thing works is just a side switch. You press that, and if you hold that side switch, it will cycle through 3 different brightness levels. It's got a low, a medium, and a high, and then a double tap will give you 600 lumen turbo, and then another double tap will give you 900 lumens out of this little bitty light. So that was something that I was very impressed with. If you give it a quick triple press, you get a strobe that works remarkably well. And if you hold it for just a second, it'll fire up and you'll get a what they call moonlight mode, and that is half a lumen. So it is very dim. It's something that would work very well if you were in the dark and needed to read something and not blind yourself. If you hold that for a few more seconds, it will shut off, and now it's in what they call a lockout mode, where you can press that as many times as you want. It's not going to power on. It's locked out to make sure that you don't accidentally turn it on. Lockout mode is also indicated by pressing that with a little red LED under the side switch. It does feature a memorization feature, so it will remember the last brightness that you had it on. I did find when I was using it that the pocket clip was a little bit hard to manage. The reason that I say that, if you look right back in here, you can see that this portion right here sticks up, and I noticed that that hangs up on my pocket. I think if that was bent down at an angle so that it directed the fabric up a little better, I think that might make it a little easier. So that was one thing I had a little bit of an issue with. The other issue that I had with it, with the clip itself, is the clip is not properly reversible. The way that this is set up, if you pull that clip off and turn it around to use it in the opposite direction, the end of the clip itself makes contact with the bezel, and it kind of hangs up over the lip there with an overhang there. And it's a little bit more difficult to put in your pocket. It doesn't seem to fit as smoothly as if you put it on in the standard manner. It seems like it's designed primarily to go bezel up in your pocket. While I was using this, I found that the throw is remarkably good on it. It'll give you light out really just about as far as you're going to need it for an everyday carry light. It's nice because it offers a lot of power in a very small package, and I really like the fact that it's rechargeable. It does feature a special battery that charges in a specific way. You'll notice that the ring on here actually has notation on it for what is the positive and what is the negative. But it does use a special battery for that. You can use standard CR123 batteries in this. If you do, you will lose the Turbo and the Turbo S mode because they just don't offer the discharge rate that you get out of this specific battery. They do also sell replacement batteries for it, so you can keep a couple on hand if you want to. It does feature that IPX8 waterproof rating. I dropped it into a glass of water and let it sit there for probably about an hour, and it had no issues, and there was no leakage that I could find, so it definitely is watertight, and it does seem to work very well. Overall, it's just a very cool light. I really like it. It has worked its way into being my primary everyday carry light. So as far as likes go on it, I love the size, I love the magnetic charger on it, I love the different brightness levels, I like the fact that it's rechargeable, I love that it's waterproof, and I just like this light overall. For dislikes, it is a bit expensive for a flashlight. $65 for a little tiny flashlight isn't necessarily going to be something that everybody's going to want to drop, but for what you're getting and for what it is, I do think that it's worth it. The clip itself can be difficult to maintain. Like I said, it does have some issues being reversible. Maybe that was just something that applied to me. I've never been a huge fan of the side switch activation. That's just a preference. That's just something with me. So that's not necessarily something that would apply to everybody. But overall, I am going to go ahead and give this a 5 out of 5 star rating. I think it is a fantastic light. I am exceedingly impressed with it. And like I said, it has managed to become my everyday carry light. So, as always, I will include a link to their website and Facebook page in the description below. Go ahead and take a look and see if one of these is something that interests you. They do have several other lights as well. Thanks so much for watching. Please do like, subscribe, and share. And just keep checking back on a weekly basis for more reviews of awesome products, just like this one, that'll make you say, I want that.